Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is first thing in the morning and we are expecting delivery of a 20-foot shipping container, side entry, and we're going to use it for a kiln for drying firewood and lumber. He should be here any minute. We're going to set it on the other side of the building. It's going to be a bit challenging, but I think we can make it happen. All right, he got her in here, no problem at all. Took a little finagling. Now this is not its permanent home. This is going to be sitting somewhere right in here. I'll get close enough to that fence that I can still open these doors on this side, but we're going to pour some footers, get everything leveled up, and it'll be sitting right about here. And the kiln unit will bolt to this other side, will be on this side. But like I said, this is a side entry. A lot of people I have seen use these as a kiln, but what they'll do, they'll put rails out here, stack all the lumber on it, and slide it in. I think that's a pain in the neck. I would much rather have side entry. I can load it with the forks on the skid loader, mini skid, whatever. So you'll be able to come right up this road here from the Woodyard right into the kiln. This weighs right about, it should say on it what it weighs. Empty. Yeah, 6,635 pounds. So I can move this pretty easily with the skid loader and excavator. May take two of us, but once we get the footers poured, we'll probably just lift it, swing it over, set it in place. Yeah. It's got grease fittings on all the hinges. I've seen these containers that were pretty well beat up. This one's perfect. Maybe it's filled with gold. Oh, that's a beautiful container right there. No joke. Yeah, this is really nice. And this whole entire side will open up. One thing I need to figure out, I think I already did. So we're going to spray foam this. Yeah, spray foam insulation. That'll hold a nice jag of lumber right there. Or firewood baskets, whatever. These things are heavy duty. If you look how thick that beam is across the bottom, but these will bridge like 60,000 pounds. In other words, you could pick it up from all four corners and have 60,000 pounds in there, and that's what it's rated at. So with lumber and firewood, I'm not gonna be anywhere near that. All right, next up, just got Melissa's vehicle, and we're gonna go out to breakfast.
Staff meeting.
Melissa needs to get out of here for just a bit. So this morning, Melissa took Hunter to a doctor's appointment, just a routine thing, but
most of the appointments, thankfully, since COVID, could be online. You can do a video, but every so often you have to do it in person, and I understand that. But they, as well as me, were like, okay, next appointment, video, right? I'm like, yes. I think there should be exceptions for people like Hunter.
Hunter does not like going to the doctor, and he doesn't understand why he's
oh my goodness, no.
leaving real early to go. Everything's a routine, and that is out of the routine.
Yeah, and since he's nonverbal, we can't talk and express like, I'm hot, or I don't want to do this, or I got to go to the bathroom. I mean, he has signs to do for that, but like, he just yells. So he yelled to express his unhappiness with the situation. And
so she got back, and she's like, you want to go to breakfast? I'm like, I got a load of stone coming here in a little bit. And then I said, I knew you needed to get out of here. And I said, so I called, and they're not bringing it till after lunch. So
yeah,
let's hit up the old Cracker Barrel. Made it to the Cracker Barrel. Quality breakfast at Cracker Barrel, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a store, so I can shop.
Get stuff for the grandkids.
Yeah.
All right, had a good breakfast at Cracker Barrel.
We did.
We asked Hannah and Bo if they wanted to go, but Hannah said just old people go to Cracker Barrel.
And
she's right.
She's pretty much right.
We were there along with the rest of them. But
I will say I was the only person who didn't have gray hair. Mike had a hat on, so.
Yeah. But it was a good breakfast.
We met a nice subscriber.
Yeah, we did. I'm down here at the Woodyard. Levi's over there filling up the dump trailer, and we need to clean out the wood bunker. A lot of debris in there. Just organizing some attachments and making more room. Made this little spot right here just to put buckets and things like that. Got a couple firewood buckets, my big Virnig grapple, smooth bucket, snow plow, tilt bucket for the excavator. Some of this stuff, well, the snow plow, that will go out as a seasonal attachment out to the new building at the clearing, along with, you know, like my tiller, spreader, things like that. But yeah, things are coming along. I got a load of stone coming here in just a little bit. I'm gonna head up to the house here, wait for him. I'll bring him down here, and then on the other side of the pavilion and the wood bunker, I'll grade that area all up and stone it for some additional storage. Just got a nice load of 2B limestone came in. Got a nice load of red oak firewood here. Gonna go out. I'll probably deliver this this evening. No, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, this is gonna go out tomorrow. I need to go through all these logs here, get all this cut and split as soon as possible. Let me know in the comments how long you think this will take. The reason I want to get these all done is there's going to be more available right down the road. So I'd like to get this all cut and split and get more in here. Stay at it. I'm actually a little ahead of the game on videos right now. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, March 12th. You're going to see this video, I think, on Sunday. So like I said, let me know in the comments when you think all of this wood and this big pile will be cut and split. I'm curious. I had some logs in this pile, and then we got 4 more loads. So there's probably, let me see. There's at least 30 cord right here. And that's what one cord looks like, cut and split. This weather has enabled us to get a huge jump on things this year. Not much at all left in the wood bunker here. Maybe 1 basket full, maybe a little bit more, and we're gonna clean all this out of here. There's still ice on the bottom, but you get so much debris. So Levi's going to fill that last basket there, but how was the maple syrup season?
It was really good. A lot of guys on different forums and stuff, like the first weekend of February, they were all going nuts in the local area, like it's time to tap because next week looks good. And it was early February, so I tapped, but then it froze for 2 weeks, you know, and I was like, I've only ever tapped the end of February and should have just waited.
You fell for the hype.
Yeah, they all were so excited, and I did get a lot of sap, but it wasn't time yet, you know, because it froze again. So the past week, it's filling up a 5-gallon bucket a day each tree.
Really?
Yeah, it's just with this warm temperatures, and it cools down at night. But the problem is pretty much at the end of the season. We had a good season though. We got a lot of sap and syrup made, but pretty much at the end of the season, because this week, today's, you know, in the 60s, I think, and it's just getting warmer throughout the week. So unless you have like a big walk-in cooler or something, you just can't keep, or if you could just boil every day, right?
Yeah.
All day, you can't really keep that much sap. So I'm going to pull my taps today and just boil what I have, because it's the end, I think, you know? Really
Yeah.
getting warm.
But that cold weather we had definitely helped, and then, man, when it warmed up, it was flowing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then as it gets as warm as it's going to get the next few days, there's less sugar in the sap, too. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the end of the season for here.
How's the tree sales going?
Really good. Yeah, staying real busy selling that. I still got a lot. I want to get them all sold before. Everyone always message. I have it on Facebook Marketplace, and they message like, when's the best time to plant? Pretty much for bare root trees, which is what I sell, is between Thanksgiving and Easter is a good rule of thumb. Because once they bud out, it's not great. You want them in the ground before they're budding out.
Yeah.
So,
What have you sold most of? What species?
Chestnut, that sells the most. Everyone wants a chestnut for deer.
Yeah.
I try pushing everything else because that just is beneficial. The oaks and everything, you know. But all the deer hunting guys, they just watch deer hunting shows, and they're great, you know. They are, but everyone wants the chestnuts.
Yeah.
And
that's Chinese chestnut.
yeah, Chinese, or I sell Dunstan as well, which is a hybrid of the American and the Chinese.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so that one guy, you have a guy over in Ohio bought a bunch, right?
Oh, yeah.
They come from quite a ways away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And most of the people are all people that have property or camps. And it's nice, though, because they're all thinking in the future, you know, just like, I want my kids to be able to hunt it or whatever, you know. And
how many years on one of those chestnuts before it'll start producing? 6 or 7 years?
Yeah, really even sooner. They say in like, 4 to 5 years you could have chestnuts on them. So
now, when they plant them, do they have to plant them in those tubes or not?
Yeah, a lot of the guys I talk to use the tubes. I've never actually used the tubes. They're kind of pricey, but the whole thing is, if you're not paying for the tube, then you're paying for the fencing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, these guys will buy a lot of trees. The tree's cheaper than everything you do for it, You pretty much have to, if you're planning to do this yourself, you got to think of the cost of the tree and then double that, because that's probably the same price to protect it, because the deer are just, they demolish it.
Yeah, it is something about planting a tree, and they will literally just single that thing out and destroy it. It's so weird how they do that.
Yeah. The only way some guys get away with it is by doing like thousands, right? And then you just don't fence them all, and you just count on maybe 5% make it or something, right?
Yeah.
And then that's a pretty good success rate. But
one time your mom got this tree from someone. It was big, some kind of willow, and she wanted it down by the pond. I'm like, there's 10,000 trees down there. We don't need another tree. And she wanted it planted, so we planted it. I staked it, everything, and literally the next week I went down and it was just destroyed. It was a buck, We planted it in the fall, and that thing just...
And that's the other thing. If they don't eat it, the buck rubs, they're rough on them, so...
Yeah. All right. Well, I was just telling him what a good start we got on spring. It's nowhere by spring yet, but this is a great start.
This makes it really hard to go back to winter.
Yeah.
Even those mornings, 34 degrees is freezing now.
Yeah, I know. A couple weeks ago, we'd have been dying for 34. Yeah. All right. I see your mom up there raking stones out of the grass. What do you think, Melissa?
I think raking stones is tough. But as I'm doing it, I'm like, this reminds me that the stones are the government and the grass
is us.
And the stones keep inching in and keeping inching in and moving on and taking more grass and taking more grass. Isn't that a good lesson, everyone? they just start taking over. The disc starts getting wider and wider if you let it.
Especially when I plow it over there.
Not letting it today. No, I got that big plow out of there.
Tell you what, my little repair the other day held up to like 73,000 pound triaxle today.
It did, and you used equipment. I used this rake. Raked this out, and I said I raked that big plow out, and you're like, yeah. So anyways, I'm like, I'm sweating. It's a lot of work. Look, it's all grass now.
It's all grass. I'm gonna hook that big blower up before the grass really starts to blow. You get so much debris in the yard. It's unbelievable. I mean, last year we had millions of acorns. You got sticks and just, you got to get that off of there.
I saw a squirrel out here, and there are still tons of acorns.
They don't even know what to do with them.
We're stepping them when we walk on them. We're stepping down in the grass. Well, this squirrel was out here going through all these, and he saw me, and he scared me, and I scared him, or her, whoever, you know. But you know what I thought of? He reminded me of someone that had a big frat party, you know, and it's over. And he was there the next day cleaning all this mess up of all these acorns. They're everywhere.
Pretty soon, the mower will be running.
Yes.
It'll all be green.
Yeah, you're right.
The woods will be green.
March is famous for, I just had my hair done a few days ago, and the guy that does my hair was telling me that the day before was his daughter's birthday. And he said it was such a beautiful day, sunny and nice. And I got to thinking, I bet you she's had both. And I asked him, and he said, yeah. He said sometimes she's had a birthday with 6 inches of snow on the ground, and other days she's had a beautiful sunny day.
Yeah.
And everything in between. Yeah, March is
Could go either way.
It's a sketch month. That's right.
All right, getting a new windshield in the Subaru. I was just telling these guys, this has been the comment generator. Everybody comments about the broken windshield. But you confirmed what I already thought. What's the most common windshield that breaks?
Jeep Wrangler.
Jeep Wrangler, Gladiators, all that. He said because the windshield goes straight up. With most cars, you get a little bit of a deflection off of it. How long have you been putting in windshields?
About 7 years.
7 years.
Yes, sir.
Is there like a glass shortage or something?
Not that I know of.
I was reading something that I don't know what I heard.
Yeah, every once in a while there's stuff we can and can't get, but for the most part we stay stocked up. And
Yeah.
shipping containers for the glass. So yeah, we got most everything. There's 3 distributors in Pittsburgh, so we can get stuff pretty much anytime.
And you said I can drive it as soon as you're done?
Yeah, you want to give it roughly 30 minutes to an hour, and then you're good to go.
Huh. That's pretty slick. All right, the Blue got a new windshield, which is good because I have to get the inspection done before the end of this month. Those guys did a really nice job. I think usually there's just one of them, but at the end of the day, they kind of combine forces. Very nice, neat, professional job. They knocked it right out. Highly recommended. Three Rivers Auto Glass. right, it is later on in the evening right now. Down here digging in my little borrow pit, where I just moved that stuff up by the fuel tank. I'm going to widen that area out as well. I just can't get over how nice this weather has been, though. It's just incredible. It looks like it lasts another 2 days, and then we're going to get some storms and things like that. But I have been taking advantage of this while we have it. We've had a really good day today. I was just talking to Melissa there at dinner. I said, you know, you had a busy day when things you did in the morning seemed like it was a day or two ago. You know, she said, I know. She took Hunter to the doctor this morning, and she said that seems like it was yesterday or the day before. But this week has allowed us to really get a jump on things. It's actually dry. I've got a bunch of stuff in the burn pit, but even I am not going to light it up. There's been a lot of little brush fires in the area last couple days. Today's not as bad. It's not windy. Yesterday was really windy. But this time of year and times in the fall are about the only times you can catch the woods on fire. Beyond that, you'd have trouble doing it intentionally, to tell you the truth. If you don't know what I'm doing here, where I'm digging is going to be, right now I'm just getting some fill out of here, but I'm going to bench this off around this hill maybe this spring or summer, and I will have a lower woodyard. I was running the Vermeer mini skid today, but I've actually been running that other one quite a bit. If you didn't see that video, it's going to publish on Saturday. You're going to see this one on Sunday. I got a mini skid from China that is unlike any mini skid from China that I have ever seen. It's the real deal. It really is. Nice little Kubota engine in it. And I got a couple attachments you haven't seen yet. That's what I was moving over by the fuel tank there. It came with that 4-in-1 bucket, and then I got the rotating log grapple and a regular grapple. Matter of fact, I might take that machine down to the cabin next week, try it out down there. But so far, I'm very, very impressed with that. 23,000 for the mini skid and a 4-in-1 bucket, and I believe it's comparable to like a Kubota SCL 1000 or the Bobcat. Is it the MT 100? Whatever it is. But I was shocked that I was able to move those firewood baskets with oak stacked. I can't do that with my tractor. A couple more buckets. I gotta scrape the stone off up there with the skid loader. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning first thing, come back down here. But I would say by tomorrow afternoon, the woodyard will be transformed. Levi got the rest of the firewood out of the wood bunker today. There's one full basket sitting in there. Loaded up a cord in the dump trailer. And we are ready to start filling it up again. This stuff's hard. fill. Good stuff. Yeah, that's got to be plenty. Yeah, I'll have to get that out of here in the morning because this is the main trail that I'm dumping this on. One more bucket. That's good. All right, where I'm sitting now is the upper Woodyard. Just gonna move a few of these logs out of the way here, because where this area is here tomorrow, I need to kind of grade all this up. I'm not going to put a lot of stone down, just enough to kind of keep you out of the mud. I like that 2B limestone for this stuff. It just kind of mixes with all the sawdust, but it keeps things tight and keeps mud from sticking on your boots. But I'm convinced, wintertime, especially after this last winter, I need to totally, I wonder how many times I'm going to drop that. I need to make sure we have plenty of indoor stuff to do in the wintertime. You know, when it's real nasty out. Because, like, everything you saw in today's video was today, and I didn't even film half of what we did today. Now, if this was the middle of winter, like a month ago when it was like 0, one, you don't even want to be starting stuff, but it's just, it takes so much longer to do anything. So when you get days like this, you got to definitely take advantage of it. These are actually some pretty nice, there's one cherry so far. Everything else I saw is oak. But yeah, we'll get this stuff here cleaned up, grade all this up. The other problem I was having is the water as it runs down. This is all kind of slopes downhill. It's kind of getting caught right here. Come on. Trying to take 2 at a time. Just grab one. So I wanted to mention, I don't think I said it when I was talking to Levi there earlier. Check out his channel, Tied Up with the Morgans, especially if you're into tree stuff. We got a good system going here. When Levi's up here, we cut trees and we make firewood and we saw lumber. And then when he goes home, he sells trees for people to plant. So, I mean, that's like as carbon neutral as you can get, I think, right? Everyone always asks, why don't I plant trees? And I try to explain, but around here you don't really plant trees unless you want to change the species of the trees growing or something, because it just happens here. Besides the steep valleys, everything here used to be farmland, and then when they quit farming, it just grows up into woods, cherry and maple, and then eventually it'll just be a bunch of big oaks. These couple right here got that red rot in them real bad. They're going right down towards the burn pit there. Ants and ugh. This bucket does pretty good for this. The rake is a little bit easier moving logs and stuff, but now these ones here, boy, I'm like in the perfect position right here. I'll set these right over by the Wolfe Ridge, split them up in the morning. I haven't had to move. We got three. Hopefully the storms this weekend won't be that bad. I think down south there, I was watching Ryan Hall there a little bit ago. Could get ugly. I got to get down to the cabin too. I haven't been down there forever. Get back to work on that and just see how things held up over winter. The one neighbor down there, we're good friends. He kind of checks on things for me. Plus I got the cameras down there. I need to go spring gobbler hunting down there. I just never, I don't know, we turkey hunted before, but I was always more into deer hunting, but there's so many turkeys down there. I think it would be quite fun. Well, that's the last one of these. I think that's good enough for today. You know, I had a good day today. Go up, see what everybody's doing. Hunter's doing, he's much happier since he got back from the doctor. That's a rough go, that is, for both him and Melissa. I was going to go, and then they called and said they were bringing that container for the kiln. She said, oh, I'll be fine. You know what to expect. You know what I mean? That's the thing with Hunter. I mean, he's full of surprises, but generally speaking, you know how things are going to go. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Last night was pretty rough. He woke up. Usually he sleeps real good, but he woke up last night about 11:30. Went to bed about 9. He was up from probably 11:30 till almost 2, which means I was up from 11:30 to 2. And he just couldn't get himself situated. Then he went back to sleep. Then she had to get him up early to get showered and all that to go to the doctor. It was a bad deal. But he's happy now. And he took a nap this afternoon. So anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here. And I will catch you on the next one.